Hey, well, that's a show. That's our show. That's PlayStation LiveCast.
We did it.
Big week. Big week. But I did want to take a little bit of time to just kind of talk through some of our favorite segments because there was a lot.
Ooh.
We covered like 80 games, I think, 75, 80 games up here this week.
I lost count.
Biggest show yet. And Carboni, why don't you do the honors? What was your favorite moment?
My favorite moment was definitely playing everything with David O'Reilly and Greg Rice and Shuhei and creating floating heads of Shuhei and everything.
Can I get this as my screensaver? Like, can
That's
we
what I
download
said.
this image?
That's
This never
exactly
gets
what I
old.
said.
This is like the
No.
third time we've showed this on the livecast,
Yeah.
and it does not get old.
No.
So this works just like everything else in everything, right? Where you make one or two of these Shuhei heads, they can speak to each other, and then they can dance in a circle, and by dancing in a circle, they do a mating dance that spawns other Shuhei heads that just begin talking to each other. That's a good E3 memory for me.
Yeah.
That's like an
dumb.
all-time E3 memory.
Yep.
That's some good, dumb game moment right there.
Yep.
Fantastic. I mean, I really could watch this all day.
I know, it's kind of
hypnotic.
hypnotizing, yeah.
It's hypnotic, but we do have to move on. Meredith, I know you're a big fan of LEGO Dimensions.
Yeah, that was one of the best demos I got to do all week.
Yeah?
Their portal is really cool because every time you get a game pack with different characters, you get these Legos to make the background. So they were doing
Yeah.
Ghostbusters. It's coming out, and they had the Sony here. So they had like all of the Ghostbusters backdrop that you actually get to build with Legos on your portal.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so it was really cool, and they showed off this interesting thing called the sister dimension. So when you're playing through the game, there'll be a certain like keystones that you have to get that match, and when you find that, you match that symbol, and it takes you to the sister portal. And on the pad, it'll show up like two L's, like yellow and pink. You move all your characters to the other side of that portal, and they all get sucked in through the portal in the game, and then play in the other dimension. And you solve puzzles on the other side, so it's like a 2-in-1. It was crazy.
I just love seeing Marty McFly and Batman in the
Yeah.
same universe.
Yes,
Oh, they're
and
killing it.
everything comes with vehicles.
Yeah.
So you have like the flying car from Harry Potter, and you're like, oh, I don't want Harry Potter to drive it. I think the Adventure Time characters should drive it, and then you stick them in there. They just showed Sloth, which was
Yeah.
amazing.
They are absolutely
it's so
killing
good.
it with the new licenses that they have in there too. Adventure
I didn't
Time,
realize
the Goonies,
Adventure Time-
Gremlins,
Yeah.
E.T.,
E.T.?
Harry Potter.
Yeah, we made, oh,
Yeah.
and that was the other thing. So we took a Scooby snack. You can actually build the Scooby snack out of Legos. But let's say we don't want to feed it to Scooby. We want to feed it to Gizmo. And we all know what happens when you feed Gizmo, and then in the game he turns into Gremlin Gizmo.
Oh, nice.
It was so fun. It really was really interactive. It was a great demo. I enjoyed it so much.
That's great. Justin, I know you're a big fan of Abzu. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, so Abzu is the segment that I just did just a few minutes ago here with Brian from Giant Squid. Abzu looks absolutely phenomenal. It looks beautiful.
Absolutely
Don't
phenomenal.
do it. Don't do it.
Absolutely.
Okay,
How
well,
dare
let's
you.
just end the segment
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Uh,
no, but
no.
this is beautiful.
It looks absolutely incredible. I can't wait for this game. It's actually
you-
coming out really soon. It's coming out this August.
Really?
Yeah, you realize
Have you
it's
seen the
coming
people
out
walking around with the Abzu hats?
soon? No.
It's a fish hat. It's a big yellow fish hat. Oh yeah.
I
You
saw
get
a
one of
would
squid
like
those.
hat. I was wondering if that's what you were
Nope,
going to say.
it's a big yellow fish hat.
I would like that. So Abzu is a game where you're a diver and you're kind of swimming around in the ocean. You can interact with all these different fish and everything. But things took a very different turn about halfway through the demo. A little bit earlier, we went through this weird portal thing, and then we were in a completely different looking place. It like was not of this world. I didn't
Like an
realize that was
alien
a thing.
ocean.
Sure,
So
I
they've-
guess.
Wow.
So they've been hiding
Interesting.
kind of a lot of what this game is actually about.
I
then.
think so, yeah. And he alluded to some other interesting things happening later in the game. So my interest has skyrocketed for Abzu. I was already into
You
it.
can ride a fish, game of the show.
You
Yeah,
can ride a fish.
exactly.
Ride a fish. That's a
about you,
big
Sid?
fish.
Jeez Louise, there was so much. I mean, I talked to a ton of great people this week. I think maybe one personal highlight of mine would be talking to Corey Barlog, and he's a creative director at Santa Monica Studio working on the new God of War.
Oh, it looks
And
so amazing.
It looks incredible. It was definitely the talk of the show. Everywhere I went was like, did you see God of War? What can you tell me about God of War? And Corey I've been a big fan of this guy for a long time. God of War 2, personally speaking, is a revelatory game for me. That's my favorite in the series, at least until now. And I've always wanted to tell him that. Like, do you know how good God of War 2 is? It belongs in the upper echelon of games. Like, seriously, it's that good. The soundtrack, the story, the pacing, the boss battles. So Corey left and went off kind of into the wilderness for a bit and did some other stuff, and now he's back and better than ever.
So wait, you're telling me this is real? This wasn't a dream that I had the other night?
That's right.
Because
all
it looks
real, Justin.
amazing. It looks absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, it's getting, one of the things I think is so interesting is a lot of folks who are aware of God of War and were always sort of curious about it are suddenly like, I've got to play this game.
Yeah,
I had that,
yeah.
a lot of people tell me that. Like, another thing I really liked about the interview with Corey was I got to meet Christopher Johnson. And Christopher Judge, my apologies. Christopher Judge is the new, he's playing Kratos. He's the new Kratos.
Yeah.
And he is a large gentleman. And, I mean, he snapped
Like
his right.
Kratos sized?
What's that?
Kratos size?
Is
Yes.
Kratos size.
At least. I think he might be bigger than Kratos. He's humongous.
They had to scale him down to put him in the game.
That's right. And so he's doing the performance capture and the voice performance for Kratos. Really great segment. He had a lot of great insight. I urge folks, if you haven't seen it yet, look it up on YouTube. We've got it there. You can watch all of this week in full on YouTube.
Did you see how many stickers, Game Award stickers, are on that God of War?
I have
logo
not
right now?
taken a look. Oh,
Last
boy.
count, I thought was like around 15, 17.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
something
crazy.
like
Looking
that.
over
It's
there, we
insane.
can see just that wall is covered in
Yeah.
awards from various outlets.
Yeah, Days Gone looking
Yeah.
good, too. That was another favorite of mine for the show. Really glad to talk to the folks from Ben's studio. They're smart guys.
Mm-hmm.
They've been working hard on this one. I'm dying to see more.
Toiling away in secret, and when that reveal just came out, I mean, it looked absolutely amazing. You got to see another one, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh my gosh, Horizon Zero Dawn might have been like, as far as like hosting a segment and getting a chance to sit down and talk with them, it was amazing. I definitely put out some theories there, which were neither confirmed nor denied, but
Did you
all
spoil
it
the
did,
ending in front of the game
No,
director?
I did not.
Herman?
But Herman may hire me on as a writer for the next one. If they
Okay,
ever do
yeah.
one, because I gave him some really good ideas, I think.
I mean,
no, he was a pleasure, and the game it looks so gorgeous.
It looks gorgeous.
And just all the different things that they revealed. Now where you can ride the robots.
That's all I want is to ride a dinosaur.
It was really, really
Ride a
very
fish, ride a
informative.
dinosaur.
You just
wanna
like to ride things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, another highlight, speaking of Horizon Zero Dawn, I got to interview the Watcher.
The real life watcher.
The real life Watcher we have here at the E3 booth. I actually got to interview. It was a very, hard celebrity interview to nail down. He's a very important person, or
did
she.
Did it speak English?
Well, it speaks in like clicks and beeps and bloops, and thankfully
So-
I speak that language, so it's really good. Hey, look, we're looking at the Watcher right now.
Oh.
But I had to fight it earlier in the day, and so we needed to come together, and I apologize. And it does hurt when
It
you
will
stab
only
them in
let
their
you
wiry
interview
stuff.
it if you fight it.
Yep.
If you bested in
You
battle.
you have to battle it into submission, and then it's like, okay, now you can
It's like,
interview
all right,
me.
you're
With
cool.
the little spears. Yeah, I could see the spears up there.
Yeah,
on
but
the footage, yeah.
Aloy looks amazing.
I don't know if
and I
inflatable
really enjoyed it.
spears would actually be enough to take down one of these
I'm
things.
gonna
Theater of
say
the
no.
mind.
Okay,
Theater of
okay.
the mind, Justin.
Sid, tell me about Call of Duty.
Okay, so I do want to talk about this Call of Duty because Taylor, he's a creative director at Infinity Ward. He goes way back in the industry. He worked on the original Crash Bandicoot. This is a guy who knows narrative. This is a guy who knows story. And he really was dead set on bringing this sort of, just this totally different take to Call of Duty. And this is one that I heard a number of people saying, okay, I had a little bit of an opinion about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I think I'm going to revise that opinion. I think I'm actually super duper excited about it.
This particular moment when it came up in the press conference had
Yeah.
a lot of people genuinely trying to guess what this game is.
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
And I think that's really fascinating, is especially with all of the outside the space combat that's going on there. Like, I didn't really know it was Call of Duty for the first couple minutes.
Yeah.
They were doing some things that I have not yet seen in a Call of Duty game that look absolutely
or any
amazing.
game for that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, please, the low gravity, grapple somebody to you,
Oh.
kick them into space.
Grapple them, rip their helmet off, and watch their face implode. Like
You're
craziness.
throwing down some sort of bomb that messes with the ship's internal
anti-grav
artificial
bomb.
gravity.
Yeah. Mhm.
Look at that.
Absolutely
This is
amazing.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Crazy.
There's a
believe that?
lot going
really
on.
cool. But they've got that classic infantry combat. That's, I'm talking to Taylor. He said, look, that's the majority of the game. We're going to do this stuff. This is like sort of an
These
addition.
would be like the set pieces.
It's
Yeah.
additional.
Yeah.
But another thing that was interesting, learning about this is the what the hell's the name of these things again? The ship that he's
Jackals.
what's that?
Jackals.
Jackals. Very good memory, Justin. These jackals that you're flying around, they control like an extension of your character in the actual infantry game. So very intuitive. You could really whip these things around. It's exciting stuff. And Taylor, great guy, really passionate about the game. He's really excited to be working on it. So I'm excited to play it.
That's awesome.
All in all, a crazy exciting year,
Yeah.
I would say. We saw a ton of stuff, absolutely amazing. If you missed anything, if we just mentioned anything that you didn't get a chance to see, it's all going up on the PlayStation YouTube channel, including our PlayStation Underground segments. If you caught any of those, we were cutting back and forth. You may have caught bits and pieces of them. We've got full hours going up on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, like for instance, today I got to check out Killing Floor 2.
Ah.
So this is I believe it's an M-rated game. I'm pretty sure it's an M-rated game.
Sounds like one.
Yeah, no, it's heinously violent. It's sort of we were playing it in single player, but it's kind of designed to be a 4-player co-op kind of horde mode. And you can see here, it is very intense. You're fighting against escalating waves of Zeds, they're called. Defeat. I mean, you saw how that one went. But this is one of the things I learned about this segment was these guys, Tripwire, that made this original Killing Floor. It was one of the first quote-unquote horde mode games out there. They sort of helped define that genre.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like the granddaddy of all that is back with their biggest and best game yet. Really cool stuff, and there's a huge amount of character customization. Really looking forward to Killing Floor 2. There's like a full 45-minute demo on YouTube. Go check it out.
So I think we're going to have, like, after we close this whole thing down, we are going to have maybe like 30 to 60 minutes to actually go play a couple games before we leave. What are your priorities?
I really want to play Batman Arkham VR. I don't know if I'm going to be successful in that endeavor.
Yeah.
I actually got invited after doing the Star Trek Online segment today. They invited me to come over to their media room. They've got like about a 6-minute demo that you can play because I've always been interested in it, but as I told them, my laptop is not powerful enough to run that program. And so now that it's coming to the PS4, free to play, all of it, all the missions, over 130 episodes of Star Trek at your disposal. So I may try and run over to the media room and check that out.
I think for me, it's either going to be Gravity Rush 2, because you snaked that one before I looked. That's fine. That's okay. I'll go play it. Or Farpoint. I've got to check out.
Everyone's been talking
I really
about
want that one. Justin, you played it.
Farpoint was my answer because I didn't play it. I got a chance during my lunch break earlier to play one game. I played Resident Evil 7 on PlayStation VR, and I got to basically the first big like jump scare moment in the game, and I was like, "That's a great demo. Thanks, guys. I think I'm good."
I
really want to play
myself.
Farpoint.
I heard that. What is it? Here They Lie?
Here They Lie.
Okay,
That's another one that's on my radar.
I heard that VR demo is even scarier.
Oh,
really?
That one's even scarier.
I want to get that demo.
I don't want. There are things that come after you.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Well, I had Corey on the show. Corey was on the show earlier in the week, and he was talking about how this one character is kind of stalking you. Yeah, here's a little footage from the initial trailer. This character is sort of stalking you. He's showing up in like posters on the wall. He's like influencing the environment around you, and you're like, it starts to grow.
So creepy.
He starts to like sort of surround you. It's really disturbing. It sounds like, but those guys, Tan Gentlemen, brand new studio. Industry experts, industry veterans, including one of the first guys, the guy that made Lara Croft, I believe.
Wow.
So, Lara Croft. Lara Croft?
Lara.
I've always said Lara.
Lara Croft.
Lara.
I have a hard
Lara?
time with Lara Croft.
Larray.
Lara
Yeah.
Only when she's feeling sassy.
Croft. But anyway, looking forward to that one too. Yeah.
That's really good.
A lot of amazing stuff this year.
Oh my
gosh. A lot
gosh.
of amazing stuff.
I can't believe
Good
so.
E3.
How many more segments are we going to cram into next year's E3, Sid?
Well, we did what, like 75, 80 this
Yeah.
year.
Are we going to go for 100?
101.
even
101. That's what I
Let's do
want.
it.
Just an extra.
And then we'll park it there for another like 5-6 years, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I want more. Please let us know what you think in the comments on YouTube. Please come to PlayStation Blog. Check everything out. We got lots of great blog posts, lots of great content. Guys, it's been a pleasure.
Yes.
It's been a real pleasure.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun.
Great year.
Great show, a lot of great games. And unless you got anything else, anyone got anything else to say? Any final words?
No, I got games to go play. So I'm gonna take care of that.
Thanks
awesome.
everybody for watching.
Thanks for watching.
This show, we have a lot of fun putting it on, and we do it all for you guys. So thanks.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye, buddy.
guys.
Thanks for joining us.
See you next year.
I feel so mission is to make PlayStation the best place to play for gamers.
It all comes together in the brilliance of gameplay, with a lineup of games that are both dazzling and transformative.
That's a result of our commitment to partnerships with the most talented developers and storytellers in our medium.
Hello? Hello, everyone. I'm back.
Never back down, never give up. You should know.